Fucking let's get her done. Brand new mic and only half a voice to test it with.
Perfect way to test. Hi, it's not delivery, it's indecision. Kira.
Hell yeah. 4 goblins in a trench coat. I was gonna say 6, but that's too many. Emily.
Hi, and welcome back to the Gremlins by Nature podcast.
How's everybody doing today? We're feeling it a little rough today. The
We-
gremlins are in rough shape today.
We're a little crispy.
We're very trash gremlin today.
I don't know how I managed to make it out of bed, to be honest.
Oh my god, I literally did absolutely nothing yesterday. As we usually do, a little behind the curtain, we are recording on Halloween today. So the Halloween episode that we posted today, I finished recording at 2 a.m. or finished editing at 2 a.m. last night because my lazy ass did not want to get out of bed at all.
To be fair, we had a very busy weekend, so we couldn't quite do any editing.
Yeah, it's been busy in general life-wise, but then also our topic for today,
Comic conventions.
comic conventions. We just went to one this weekend in our local city, and it was so much fun. I had a great time.
I did too. I loved seeing everyone in costume, and I just loved watching everyone else's experiences in the group, because I've usually go with different people, but I went with my main squad.
You got to witness my first mental breakdown trying to get into cosplay.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, you kept yourself very well composed for the most part on the
I
outside.
hate crying in front of people.
But you're allowed to cry. I'm not gonna be like, no, screw you. You can't cry in front of me. Do you realize how many times I've cried in front of you guys?
Hey, it's fun. But that's the classic me. I'm like, it's okay for you to do things, but not for me.
I mean, big mood.
But yeah, no. So a little bit of backstory on our con history, I guess.
Yes.
This was the first time I've gone full-fledged into it, kind of thing, which I'd mentioned to you before. I did a cosplay. I was that nerd, and I cosplayed my own D&D character, which was a lot of fun, and I definitely want to do it again. The downside was she is a fire genasi, so for anyone who doesn't really play D&D or know that general aspect of character lore, they are humanoids that are born in the realm of fire. So they are basically fire genasi. There's fire, earth, water, and air genasi. Genasi, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. There's a big debate on how it's properly pronounced. Get mad if I got it wrong. I don't care. That's how I pronounce it. So basically she's just fiery red skin and fire hair and yada yada yada. So obviously as a regular ass human, I don't have fiery red skin.
Nope.
So I tried to use body paint.
Keep in mind that this was at 6:30 in the morning.
Minimal sleep.
Yep, I was functioning off about 15 minutes of sleep because, your boy has insomnia.
I was also very hangover high from cold meds because I've been fighting a cold for the whole last week. So
we both crawl our asses out of bed, and we start painting Emily up.
It was, I'm back and forth on it because it didn't necessarily look bad.
No,
I
I
should have
think it looked good.
done more of a test than I did.
I think we should have gotten 2 pots of paint rather than 1.
Yeah, and I tried to find the same paint, but that packet that we got the first time we went to Spirit was the only packet that I saw. And I didn't really want to mix mediums, but that also probably should have been a clue that maybe it wasn't the best to use.
Yeah, especially since this was a weird one.
Yeah.
It
was on sale. The package was kind of almost open.
As soon as we put it on her skin, it oxidized.
Yeah, it turned everything.
She was shimmery, man.
I was glowing.
Red Edward, who?
The skin of a killer, Kira.
And it got all over because I had painted my nails black.
Oh, I couldn't touch. I still am getting I blew my nose the other day and I had red come out.
My nails are finally back to normal on the top.
My armpits still pink.
If you look underneath my nails, they're Red?
Yeah. I'm telling you, like, I came home and my partner was like, so our shower looks like a murder scene because, spoiler alert, I lasted 3 hours in the body paint and then I came home and showered and changed outfits.
Which I still think is, like, very impressive because since it was your first time cosplaying.
Yeah, I was, and even thinking back to it, I'm very proud that I did it, and I do want to do it again. I need to do more research into a better brand of body paint for sure.
We've definitely come up with, like, a better plan because, like, a lot of the time with, like, your first cosplay, there's a lot of a steep learning curve.
Oh, for sure.
And you gotta learn and adapt, and now that we know what we can and can't do as of right now, we can learn and practice and go forward.
Exactly. I think one of the hardest things about it was having painted my hand, and like I couldn't touch anything because it got red everywhere.
True.
And we even to get
into your dad's vehicle.
I am gonna wash down my dad's vehicle. Dad, if you listen to this, I'm sorry. There might be some red spots on your car. It should come off. It's come off everything else.
We tried not to touch anything white.
We really did. Although your car is white, so it made it really hard.
Sorry, Emily's dad.
Sorry, Papa. I doubt he listens to this, but if you do, hi. But yeah, so I had the breakdown because we put it on, and I don't know if it's like
it was pretty thick.
It was pretty thick, and it looked a little splotchy and whatever. And like I am enough of a perfectionist, but also enough. I have enough. I don't know if it's like classifies it as imposter syndrome or if it would be more like along the body dysmorphia side, but like if I ain't feeling it, I'm not gonna wear it. And then, but if I like know I want to, but like I don't know, it's just that cycle you get in of like I know I want to do it and I know it looks fine, but then you just get like too concerned about other people. And I was like, my biggest concern, because I am a sweaty individual, was that if I started to sweat, was it going to run off or was it going to look really bad or whatever? And so then I started like freaking out about it. And then I started crying. And then as I was crying, it was like running down the red down my face. And I was like, Kira, it looks so bad. And God love them. They're like, no. Like, it looks fine. It looks great. We'll take it off if you want. Like, if I would have tried to do that by myself, I probably would have just not gone at all, period. I would have given up.
Which is why I'm glad we got together to get ready, because like I know how daunting it is to put on your first costume.
My number one thing I learned is don't try body paint for your very first cosplay.
True.
Try a few where, it's just like the outfit and the hair and, start smaller. Don't start with body paint.
Yeah. And the other thing that like you kind of have to think about is that if it really is your first time cosplaying, you should go and like get ready with someone who maybe has done a couple more cosplays and is like a bit more comfortable, because my one thing is like I want to make everyone feel as comfortable as possible when they're getting into cosplay, and I am by no means like a master cosplay person, but like I do have like a couple of like tips and tricks, and like I just want everyone to feel comfortable.
It was so helpful having you with me. Like, I no word of a lie, I would not have survived that morning if you were not here with me. Like, especially because we had been back and forth. Like, you've been helping me plan this cosplay forever. So having you there with me the day of, and like, so I guess to finalize where I ended up with the body paint, we didn't wash it. We started to wipe it off a little bit, and if we just did a thin layer, I was still red. I was more
quite red,
pinky red, but it wasn't like the thick, like demon red that you would expect.
It wasn't Satan's ass red.
Exactly. It was just a little more, maybe she got sunburnt in the Bahamas kind of red.
Yeah.
So I felt better about that. We washed it off a little bit. It wasn't going everywhere after it was washed off a little bit.
Yeah.
We did use
I used some translucent setting powder.
The translucent setting powder worked great. And as I mentioned many times throughout the day, my hair was the favorite part of that whole cosplay.
Was so
it worked.
She got to stand up in a flame, y'all.
I did.
I had nothing to do with that.
I was so excited about it. So I have like a pretty classic. I don't know if it wouldn't be considered a pixie cut, but we actually kind of started out with the same hairstyle.
Yeah, it's like
we're both kind of growing ours out now. But
yeah, it's like an undercut, but like crew cut. Yeah.
Like, so basically, like the sides and back is all shaved, but the top is not, which worked out conveniently because that is the style that my character has that I gave her. So I was like, all right, well, my hair is really fucking thin, so I'll just use my own hair. I won't bother fucking with a wig. I'll just spike it and whatever. And then the day before, I was like, if I just straight up spike it, that's going to look so stupid. I'm going to look like Pinhead. So I was like, okay,
Pinhead
maybe if I
Larry.
like maybe if I put like some curl in it to give it that little bit of a like a wavy flame texture. I was like, maybe that'll look better. And then I had like the red hairspray paint to put over top of it. And it just, y'all, it gave exactly what I wanted it to give. And I'm so excited.
You could touch it and it would not move.
Oh, I was headbanging all day long and it was not. When I came home to shower, that took longer to get out than the body paint did to get off.
She was getting in the car in the morning and she hit her head off the ceiling, but it didn't crush it. I don't know how that happened.
If the seat didn't lower, I would have had to open the sunroof because that was going to be a disaster.
100%. Like, I don't think you guys realize she had like 5 inches of hair sticking straight up. Like,
I did. It was great. I like wacky hair days. I'm set now. That's all I'm going to do. Just flame hair. I could do blue and do Hades.
next year cost plans?
Fuck yeah. Oh, don't worry. We're going to get into that later because
Oh, yeah.
I already have plans.
Oh.
Oh, I do.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so excited. But before that,
Nah.
so my general con experience, this was my first time like going full in for cosplay, actually having money and like having saved money to go and spend money at Artist Alley, which, oh my God, there were so many amazing artists.
So many.
We got so many goodies. Check out our Instagram,
And
Gremlins
Twitter.
by Nature, and Twitter to see all of our cool goodies we got. Look at us. We remember to plug our socials.
Oh my God, we're doing the thing.
We're so professional now. But yeah, so I had volunteered at HalCon once before. I had a brief moment of like, do I say the actual name of the con? But yeah, we went to HalCon.
Yeah. You guys have probably figured it out by now.
I love that one of our dear friends, we ran into him at the HalCon and he was talking to us about the podcast. He listens to it. Hello, you know who you are. I'm still not going to say names. He called me out for being surprised.
Dorito Jones.
There we go, Dorito Jones. Hey, Dorito Jones, how you doing? You're getting a call out in this one. He called me out for the fact that he was surprised I even lasted one full episode without giving away where we are.
Which, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of surprised too.
I mean, I was surprised I made it like 2 seconds into the first episode without being like, hey, here we are.
Again, still no specifics, but like, you still like.
Hey, I'm trying. I'm learning. I'm gonna get there eventually. I kind of have to.
You're not learning our street address. I'm sorry.
No, we will eventually stop talking about it too. I'm just still maybe. Anyway. Yeah. So we went to HalCon. I had volunteered 1 year before, but I also work with the aforementioned youth group, and they every fall have like a weekend get together where they like go out camping, and it always landed on the same weekend as HalCon. It actually wasn't going to this year, so I was like, wicked, I can do both. And then the original weekend got canceled and it got postponed to the same weekend as HalCon. So I was like, sorry team, I paid money for a ticket, like I can't do that weekend now. But so it was really nice to actually be able to go and experience the weekend. We only did one day. We just went for Saturday. It usually is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event.
I've only ever done one day just because I get peopled out very easily.
Oh, I'm doing full weekend next year.
I might try, but then I feel like I have to come up with 3 separate cosplays.
Well, that's why I wanna, because I have one which will be like the Saturday, which I plan to be like my big one that I'm gonna put the most work into.
Yeah.
And then my other 2 are just going to be more like almost Disney bounding-esque kind of cosplays, like the girls did.
Yeah.
But, well, no, that was pretty accurate, too.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say, Chicky and
bounding.
Babs did really good.
Yeah.
Like, Babs' costume?
Oh, my God.
Oh,
my God.
I mean, Chicky looked good, too, but, like, Babs,
was like...
Babs, if you're listening.
Babs was hot. Chicky was just fucking adorable, but she always is, so...
Together,
little
whole day.
bubblegum princess.
Whole day I was swooning. Like,
oh my God.
I have such cute friends. What the hell?
Right? So, Chicky was bubblegum... Princess, is that her name? I've never watched
Bubblegum Princess. From Adventure Time.
And Babs was Misa?
Yes, Misa.
From Death Note. Oh my god, both amazing outfits. Also, Misa's moment with Totoro
That was so cute.
oh my god, my heart.
There was someone dressed up as Totoro, like a proper, like, mascot-esque style.
Huge.
It was amazing, and somewhere inside Totoro, they produced a soot sprite for Babs. So now Babs has a little soot sprite.
From a Totoro. That is so cute.
Right?
Yeah. So, okay, so we have me, who was my Fire Ganassi Barbarian, Babs, who was Misa, Chicky, who was Bubblegum Princess. So, Kira, tell us about your costume that you got so many rightfully deserved, should have been more, compliments on.
I know. I was really feeding my ego
Oh my god.
on Saturday. Like,
As you should. As
right?
you should.
So, I know I've probably, like, mentioned this, like, in the past, because, like, I remember us briefly mentioning,
I think so, yeah.
but I went as Hal Pendragon from Hal's Moving Castle, and, like, rather than doing, like, a standard blonde Hal, because he has different hair colors throughout the film, I wanted to do him with his black hair partially changing into the bird creature that he turns into.
Which I've never watched the movie yet. I say yet because we have to watch it together sometime.
Oh yeah. There's no way you're going to be my friend without watching it.
All right. Note to self. Have to watch Hal's Moving Castle to stay friends with Kira.
I'm going to force you to watch
so
it.
if this podcast ends, we know it's because I didn't end up watching Hal's Moving Castle.
I say that with love. I have such an appreciation for that movie.
If you're going to be my friend and don't know Hobbit or Lord of the Rings series, get...
Babs, you know I watched that. My sister was obsessed.
Hell yeah. Also How to Train Your Dragon. That's also up there. Anyway, so having not watched it, but like obviously Howl's Moving Castle is very popular, so it's very much out there in the social media world. So I had seen a lot about it, and I'd only seen like Howl with the blonde hair or Howl in like bird form. But like as soon as you mentioned that you were gonna do like the little bit of crossover, I was like, oh, that is amazing. That is perfect.
It was so good. So like I had like made an arm sock that had like feathers going up it, and like I had feathers glued to my face. Not actual glue. I used spirit gum because I'm like, I'm not clogging up my pores with hot glue. I wouldn't use hot glue, I swear.
Yeah, just fucking hot glue them to your face. Just
it's for the cosplay, man.
Do it for the gram.
Do it for the
gram, baby. Do it for the gram.
So I was just having a good time. There wasn't too many Howls that I saw there. I ran into a couple, but all of them blonde hair Howl.
Yeah, boring.
I mean, they still looked amazing.
Oh my god, yeah, they did. I don't mean to.
But like going up and like literally like every booth I went to at HowlCon, someone would stop me and they would be like, "You look so good," and like I don't. This is gonna sound bad. I don't normally get compliments about my appearance, so I was really feeling myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on in the evening, I didn't hear it, but apparently Emily did.
Oh my god, we were in line to go to was it the burlesque show at that point? No, it was the drag show.
It was drag.
So HowlCon has a fandom themed drag show and a burlesque show. They used to do it together, but they did it separate this year, so that burlesque could do a little more of their burlesque things that aren't necessarily PG friendly.
18 plus.
18 plus, yeah. So we're in line for the drag show, and there's a group of cosplayers next to us in the line, because they kind of zigzag it because of the location and room. There's always a lot of people in line. So we're just standing there, and did they say to you, did they compliment you at all? Or
I feel like...
I can't remember if they did or not.
I feel like they complimented me as like I walked by. I was like, "Oh, thank you," and then
they were like, I heard there was probably 4 of them, I think, and one of them was like, "Oh my god, I've seen so many Howls this year. Like, it's really cool." And then one of them goes, "Yeah, and they've all been really hot."
So that I had a very big ego boost.
Yeah. Hell yeah, they have been, and hell yeah, Kira is.
Like my queer little heart is like, okay, people think I'm cute.
You are.
We're both hot.
Hell yeah.
But like that was really like stroking my ego. But like this is technically speaking, my third time cosplaying.
Oh, cool.
In the past, I've done Peter Pan and I've done Spider-Gwen.
You did Peter Pan?
I did.
I feel like you did mention that yesterday, but there was so much going on, or Saturday it didn't register.
Yeah, no, Peter Pan was like the first official cosplay at HalCon. I'm sure there's pictures out there somewhere.
Y'all just missed the, like, cringe look on their face.
Like, when I say that you learn a lot the first time, I mean you learn a lot.
It's one of those things where, like, I love the, like, professional cosplayers that so much of their platform is not just boasting, you know, their current cosplays and stuff, but so much of it is also being like, yeah, okay, I'm really good at making this cosplay now, but look at the shit where I started, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and it's no different than any artist in that form. I find is like so many people are like you'll post a drawing, or somebody on TikTok will post a drawing and people will be like, oh my god, I wish I could draw. It's like, you could if you put in the time.
Yeah,
it's not different than sports. If you want to get good at basketball, you got to play basketball.
I was gonna say the only reason why I am as good at art is because I made art my entire personality from grade 3 until now. Do you realize how many years that is, folks?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's at least 15 years.
Yeah. I mean, even it's like me doing photography, like going back and looking at my photos now versus my photos when I started, I'm like, oh, progress. Right. Yay. Also, RIP my camera. I still have to go get that looked at.
Oh. But I would have gone to 4 HalCons, but because the first year I ever attempted to go, which would have been in grade 8, it was the infamous year where they weren't charging certain people under the age of, like, I think it was like 13. So like,
oh, okay.
So I was like gonna be able to get in, kind of thing, and me and my sister and Chicky, we had like all like gone, and they told us we couldn't get in because like they were over capacity.
Yeah.
And when they were over capacity, they meant it. Like, people got stuck in elevators over capacity, kind of thing.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, one of my friends that I met in college got stuck in the elevator.
Oh my god.
So I was like, ugh. So like I had like probably like a 6-year in between until I went to my first official con, which was Peter Pan.
Well, I find it so funny that like we grew up about the same distance from the city, just in different directions.
Yes.
And I didn't really know HalCon existed until I moved to the city when I was like 18.
You see, the fun fact about me knowing about HalCon is because one of my besties, who currently is living in New Brunswick, but growing up, their dad is actually a comic book writer.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
that's really
he would take her to HalCon every year, and I met them in probably like grade 6, I want to say.
Okay.
And we just like started hanging out, and then like started learning more about everything, and then like I was like, there's a convention? And they were like, yeah, there's a convention. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's the only reason I know about it.
It's one of those things where like I wish I knew about it sooner, because I feel like even my dad did end up coming to 2019. No, that's wrong. 2018, I think I volunteered.
Okay. And
my dad had bought a pass and come up that year and like was checking out. Like, he loved it too, but I still every time I get the chance, I'm like, last time I was home, I told Dad, I was like, there's gonna be someday I get you and my stepdad into drag, or like into cosplay, or into some costume or something. Like,
I feel like your dad would be really good at that.
They both would be. Like, you haven't even met them yet, but they both would be.
I know. I was like, I just get this vibe.
Just get them out of their comfort zone a little bit and do it. And like, I know they would have, like, with the right crowd, they would have so much fun.
Well, that's just it, because like, that's kind of why I like drag and have been thinking about doing drag a little bit.
Yeah.
But but it's like, the reason why I like cosplay so much is because I get to be a different person.
Yeah, right?
I was like, it's not that I don't like myself. It's just like
It's just fun.
I like being a other person so much more.
Yeah, you just get to like. I mean, that's a big reason why I enjoy playing D&D. Is like, I should say that's why I've grown to love playing D&D. Is you get to like, in the safety and the comfort of just being with your friends and hanging out, you get to explore being these other people and explore different like attributes of yourself and shit.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of fun.
And then like the other thing is like,
Fake it till you make it, baby.
right? It's like the thing about like cosplay is that it has given me so much confidence, like compared to like how I like my demeanor in, you know, my day-to-day. Emily can attest to this. Versus me in cosplay, I become one cocky person. But like it's just like there's something about being in costume that just like I like maybe it's because people can't actually see like I'm underneath it, but it's like, oh my god, I have all this confidence, I'm gonna use it, I guess.
Yeah, why not? That's awesome. I love that so much. Oh,
Sorry, a little stretch break.
yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, so I mean, we had an awesome day. We didn't really go do many panels or anything. I'm a little iffy on not necessarily the panels. The panels I think are cool. There are a few things I probably would have liked to do if we had been there longer, / if I didn't go home for like an hour and a half to shower and change. But going back next year, I do want to try to get more involved in it a little bit, which is kind of why I think I want to do a full weekend pass so that it's not just like, okay, we're just going to go do Artist Alley and go home kind of thing. But I also, I was talking to another friend of mine yesterday about it because he ended up going on Sunday. And it was his first time, and so he was telling me about it and stuff, and like he kind of said the same thing where like he's all in next year, like he wants to go and try to think of a costume and stuff like this.
Inspiring
so I was like,
people, baby.
yeah, that's awesome. So I want to like go and try to be more involved, but we were kind of talking about it because he was like, oh, I didn't even realize, I guess there was actor from The Hobbit or something there, or like from Lord of the Rings series. I honestly didn't even look at who was there because I'm a little like, I'll go to the panels and stuff, but I'm a little shitty when it comes to like celebrities and stuff. It's like, yeah, that's cool. Like you do amazing work and I appreciate the work that you do, but you're also just another human. And to pay $50 to take a selfie with you,
I know.
no thanks.
I'm still thinking about the fact that I could have gotten an autograph from Mr. Calloway.
I mean, and like, I'm not hating on people who do it. Like if they're like, I understand.
I'm pretty sure his started at 80 though, so I was like, I can't justify that. I love you so much. I love your work You in the Princess Bride was amazing, but I cannot justify spending $80 on an autograph.
Yeah, and I've done it. Like they I cannot remember his name because I'm horrible with names and faces and things like that. But they had Foggy Nelson from Daredevil. He was there one year when I went. So I went and it was like $30, I think, and I went and got a photo with him. And it was great. He complimented my tattoo. It was a really cool experience. But it's also like, for me personally, again, I'm not hating on anybody who spends the money to go do those things, because if those people
whatever
have helped,
brings you bliss.
Exactly. Like whatever brings you happiness, if those people and their characters that they portrayed helped you through hard times, 100%. Go get that photo with them. Go, you know, like they're important to you, they're important to you. But my brain also just goes, okay, they're also just
so many enamel pins.
So many pins. I could buy a sword. I could buy whatever I want. But also they are just another human being.
Yeah.
Like it's cool, but also, I mean, you're dope as shit, but I probably wouldn't pay $80 to get your autograph. You know?
Wounded. I am wounded, Emily. Oh my god,
like,
how dare you.
Maybe it depends on how famous we get with this podcast. But
I'll charge $2. $2 whole dollar.
I mean, that's like a roundabout way of like a little bit with the photography stuff, is people always tell me like, you don't charge enough, like you should charge more.
You don't.
But that's part of why I started photography, because 1, it's not my full-time job. 2, I do it as a hobby because I genuinely enjoy it.
Fair.
And 3, I want it to be affordable. I don't want
That's
people to be like, oh, I want to have my wedding photographed, but I can't afford $1,000.
That's true.
You know, like that's, for me, that's, if people do it for a living, like charge the prices you need to charge to make your living. That's fine. But I don't do it to make a living. I just do it for some extra pocket change.
Fair.
And because I enjoy doing it. So that's why I'm like, if I'm getting my travels pay worth of it and like a little bit of like, because I do have to put the time into it, I'm happy with that.
That's fair.
I don't care because I'm making it affordable for some people that can't. And also, like, I'm not a professional photographer. So, yes.
You do very professional work, though.
I do like the work that I produce. And I do enjoy it. And I have been enjoying it more lately the more I get into it. But I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I want it to be affordable for people.
I will say I do have an autograph from AJ Fry, which, if you don't know, he was the host of Crunch, which was a YTV segment on Saturday mornings. But he also went on to do Inner Space.
Yeah.
Which I very much love that man.
That'd be really cool. But also, now I say that.
His was, you only had to make a donation to the IWK, and it could be any amount of money you wanted.
Oh, that's
so,
really cool.
I put in $2. I probably should have put it in more, but he was so nice. I have a couple pictures of him and me together.
That's awesome.
And he is such a nice man.
I think we should go to the States and do some Comic Cons out there sometime. That is like the number one reason I wish I lived in the States, and the only reason I wish I lived in the States was because they have more Comic Cons.
You see, the one thing that
and Ren Fair.
Yes, the one thing I always wanted to do was I wanted to go to Fan Expo, which is in like Toronto area or Ontario, because Stan Lee always went, and Stan Lee was and still is one of my heroes, and I never got to go, and I'm sad.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Now, I say that about, like, celebrities and, like, not wanting, but there are, like, a few people, and actually, more often than not, like, if the McElroy brothers or, like, if any of the Critical Role cast ever came to HowlCon, I'd be like, sign me the fuck up!
Right,
Like,
there's certain pivotal people in your life that you're going to come across.
And that's why, like, no hate to the people who pay for it, but, like, if it's not, unless it's somebody that I, like, really, really enjoy, I'm not going to pay to go have a photo with them and stuff like that.
I'm sure.
But, like, I also find that HowlCon, I don't know how to say this without sounding like an ignorant young kid, I guess, but like, I find a lot of the people they end up getting is for like older crowd fans, if that makes sense.
No, I understand what you're saying. Like, it's more of like,
it's not super current, very popular people that they get.
Like, don't get me wrong, they have like people from Lord of the Rings that show up. They have, but like, it's, if you're into like some newer media, like you're not, or at least I don't think there was anyone from, say, Stranger Things. No, I could be wrong.
I don't think so.
I didn't really look at the list, and I have not watched Stranger Things, so
as far as I know, there wasn't. But like, and I mean, I'm basing that purely on just like mainstream media. Like, obviously the people that they do get are still very popular, very well known people, but it's just, I find it a little funny, but also I could understand why it might be a lot more difficult to get the higher mainstream people.
Yes.
And that's from like any age range. Like there are very many artists and, you know, actors and stuff out there that are older individuals but are still very popular in mainstream. If they got fucking Meryl Streep, I'd be there in a goddamn heartbeat.
If they got like any, like,
I would buy
Julia
all the
Roberts showed up, I'd probably get one. It's not like, I think it's the fact that like these people are well known and beloved by many.
I do also love that they're getting like famous cosplayers and stuff too, like not just like artists and actors and things like that. Like they're broadening the horizon of like their creators that they're inviting.
I definitely think it's like the idea behind with who they do end up getting and who they like have show up is so that there is literally something for everyone.
True, and they do a great job of that.
Yeah, because I mean, there's like so many different like charity events that they do there, and then like there's, this sound terrible, there's baby races.
I saw HowlCon, their Instagram shared somebody that was like from obviously not from the area and never been to HowlCon before.
Y'all racing babies?
Yeah, they literally had on their story, they're like, this place has baby races? What am I doing here?
Right? But like, and then like there is usually a tournament, and when I say tournament, I mean tournament. Like there are like people like in like chainmail and stuff beating each other with sticks.
Yeah. That happened on Sunday.
I know.
Which again is like, there's the few events that I really want to go to, but that's why I'm like, maybe I'm gonna splurge and do the full weekend pass, because also would love to go to the Yule Ball, and you have to have a weekend pass to go to that.
Do you?
There's maybe it's not the Yule Ball, but there is like an evening event that happens, and you have to have a weekend pass.
I was gonna say Yule Ball happens later in like November, December area.
Okay, maybe
you
it's
might
not
be
Yule
thinking of
Ball then.
Stargazers.
Yes, that's what it is. I'm just like, that sounds
I'd go to
fancy.
the Yule Ball too. Like I'd wear a suit.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing a dress.
Can we get all suited up and go to the Yule Ball?
Do you wanna?
That'd be fun as shit. I could do Catra.
Oh my god.
You do She-Ra and I'll be Catra?
Okay, folks, we might be going to the
We
Yule
might be
Ball.
going to the Yule Ball. I don't know how we get tickets or when it is, but we're gonna figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
That'd be so cool.
I'll bust out my cutest bow tie.
Hell yeah.
I can wear my galaxy suspenders.
You could.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're doing it. Yule Ball is She-Ra and Catra. Let's fuck it up. I'll dye my hair brown. Well, my hair is brown. Your hair's blonde. I'll have to get the little
for now
face crown for now. Yeah. It hasn't changed. I've been checking.
Yeah, I haven't touched it up in a while, folks. So the dark gray that I have is like slowly turning into silver, but it's still a vibe. It's still a vibe.
It's hot.
Thank you.
It's a vibe. Okay, so we've talked about this year. We've talked about our past. What are you thinking for next year?
Oh my god. So, I am still like in like my like thinking phase right now for what I could do.
What do you mean? It's 2 days after the con. You need to have your decision made.
I know, and usually I think of it on the way home, but
I'm
like,
giving you so much shit right now when I
know, Miss.
I was like 2 weeks out still getting pieces for mine for this year.
You didn't like fully decide until we were like end of September.
Big grin.
For the record, I usually like start like my like cost plans in like December, January, so I can like narrow down who I want to do. But I kind of want to pay homage to my first ever cosplay attempt.
Peter Pan? Oh no.
No.
You mentioned the Percy Jackson.
Yes, I want to do Nico D'Angelo because that was my first time I tried to cosplay. That was the year I didn't get into HalCon. And I feel like maybe I can do a better job because I won't be a sweaty 12-year-old.
Just a sweaty 20-something-year-old.
Yeah. Still sweaty, but
just 10 years older.
I'm slightly better at makeup now.
I'm sorry, slightly? Ma'am? Sir? No? Excuse me? Even just the little freckles you got on your face today are like perfect.
I get ready for no one but me.
I love it. You are my inspiration when it comes to makeup.
Oh.
Okay, so that would be your main one. So let's brainstorm for like if we did a full weekend and we did Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
What else would you do? Saturday being your main one, so that would be
Nico,
the Percy Jackson guy,
yeah.
which I also need to consume the content of Percy Jackson.
This is just gonna be me putting out a disclaimer, and you can feel free to disagree if you want in the comments. Don't watch the movies.
I was gonna say, I think I've maybe seen one of the movies, and that's it.
I mean, like, enjoy them as their own separate entity, but do not.
Are you telling me I'm gonna have to read?
You can listen to the audiobook.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, I can do that.
Or I could read it to you. I don't. You could borrow my comic books.
Oh, I'll read the comic books. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I might,
Sorry, Coco's like zoning out on the couch next to Kira, and I am losing my shit laughing at her.
I may or may not own, like, the physical books and then, like, the comic books.
Awesome.
And then the guides to the books.
Amazing. I love it. I legitimately love it. That is great.
I'm not done collecting because I'm going to go on a mini tangent. Next year, Rick Riordan has said that there is another Percy Jackson book coming out, and I am losing my shit. I can't wait. There's, I think, 330 days until it comes out, and I'm vibrating. But I kind of want to attempt to do Jim Hawkins from Treasure Planet again, because that was technically my Halloween costume last year.
Can you do him and I'll do his little blob buddy?
Do you want to be Morph?
Morph? Can I be Morph?
Do you want to be Morph?
I love Morph. I'll just be a little naked mole rat blob.
Honey, we're gonna need body paint.
Oh no!
Wait, no, we could dress you up as a giant loofah. Put googly eyes on you.
Yeah, I'm pink enough. I could make it work. Oh my god, Morph! I love that.
Okay, I might try to do Jim because
cool. Last year for Halloween, because my hair worked really well and I bought the glasses, I did a very budget version of Milo Thatch from Atlantis.
Lovely.
So maybe could do a revamp of him. That'd be fun.
Do we just want to do like a Disney weekend?
Disney boys?
Yeah, because technically
boys?
speaking, because of the way that Rick Riordan's publishers work, he's underneath Disney Hyperin.
Oh.
So technically
that could work.
Is Nico a Disney princess?
Is Nico a Disney princess?
Because technically he's the prince of the underworld.
I think that makes him a Disney princess. I love that. Amazing.
Okay, so though I have several other ideas.
Two. What's one more idea?
Oh, okay. I know I have ones in my head. I just can't.
I'm literally scrolling through my Pinterest right now because I have Pinterest boards for all the cosplays I've ever wanted to do. And I'm reminding myself of all the ones I've wanted to do.
Part of me, and I haven't consumed enough of the media that I'm about to talk about, but I almost want to do Sebastian from Black Butler.
I have not watched that at all.
Okay.
But that would be cool.
I haven't consumed enough of it to feel comfortable enough to do a cosplay in it, but part of me is I'm noticing a trend. I have only cosplayed one female in my life. That's a little sus, Kira.
Gender question?
Gender question. It's almost as if my subconscious is trying to tell me something.
Well, just think about it. Now you have a whole year to watch a little bit more Black Butler.
True.
And then you could do that.
I could.
Fit a little more confidently.
Maybe. Coco, you're adorable. Okay, Emily, your plans.
Okay.
Tell me stuff.
So.
Plans are subject to change, though.
Plans are subject to change, and mine already are at a bit of a crossroads. So, Winry for sure would be a Friday or Sunday, because she's really easy. Winry from Full Metal Alchemist. She is basically just a black tank top and cargo pants and a blonde wig. So, she would be a nice Sunday chill one for after the big day. I've also just always really I love Winry. She's a fucking kick-ass character.
Sorry, I just thought of something. I could be Mr. Tummus from Narnia. Okay, yep, alright. Sorry to interrupt.
You would make such a good Mr. Tumnus.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Sorry for interrupting. Continue.
Don't. That's such a good idea. Oh my god. Okay, well.
Alright, Winry.
And then I'm torn for my big Saturday main cosplay. I think I'm going to go with my girl Persea from Tales of Symphonia, because she is one that I've wanted to do since I was 12 years old.
Good choice.
As we've already looked at, it's mainly just her wig is going to be a bitch.
Yeah, we're going to need 5 different wigs.
She got a big ass...
Where are we going to find 5 different pink wigs?
We got a year.
I mean, true.
Or
honestly, you can order from Spirit a Halloween online for the entire year kind of thing. That's how I got my wig.
And also her ex, because it is the size of her. So that's going to be fun. Might be commissioning that one to get designed for me. So between her and Tengen for my main Saturday ones, because they're the two that would take the most to create. And Tengen wouldn't even really be that bad. It's just his weapons, which I could have bought. Could have bought them.
Could have.
They were just $250 and real steel, and I wouldn't have been allowed to use them for cosplay.
Also, we'd have to get walked out. Because
But
when you buy actual weapons at Halcon, they have to escort you out when you leave.
I could have bought them, though.
Could have.
Although I do think, because Fire and Steel was at the con, and I love their work. But I'm pretty sure I looked on their website, and they have, like, an EVA foam version, or, like, plexiglass that would be allowed to be used at the con.
Yes.
That is a little bit cheaper as well.
Uh,
So maybe I'd order those ones instead.
Yeah, because what you might not know is, don't bring physical, actual weapons to cons. Just putting that out there.
Real weapons, no go. Obviously, they don't want people getting hurt. And I guess even I could do Tengen for, like, because his outfit's not that hard to do. It would just be getting, because he just has, like, a full bodysuit, basically.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But his headpiece is a bit of a pain. Shiny man. God, you shiny, beautiful man. Okay, anyway. I also have Rin from Fate's Day Night. I kind of have a budget version of her cosplay already, because I did it for Halloween last year. So I just really need a wig for her, basically, because she's just, like, a red shirt and a skirt.
Okay, that's not too hard to do.
So that would be an easy one to do.
That'd be a good one for, like, a Sunday.
Yeah.
Just, like, winding down kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So her or Winry for Sunday. And, yeah, I don't know.
I dare you to do Nishinoya.
Oh, my man?
I dare you.
I'll do
frickin'
him
dare
any
you.
day of the week. It don't even have to be that sounded how it sounds. Yeah. My boy, I have a jacket. I have his outfit already. I do it. I could do a Nishinoya cosplay. I know Queenie wanted to do Hinata. So
Yes. You do couples.
yeah. So we could do, if it worked out where we were gonna be there at the same time and she wanted to do Hinata, I would 100% do Nishinoya. My boy,
yeah.
my little gremlin guy.
That's a pretty, like, spread list you got there, though.
Yeah, vast variety of ideas on mine. But I also would love to, if I ever got into, like, figuring out how to build armor and shit, I would love to do, like, Hiccup or Astrid or something. Like, that would be really fucking cool.
Like, I mean, you've, like, done, like, or, like, have been attempting to learn leather work. Have you not? Or
I've been trying to coerce my dad into learning how to do it, because he, last year for Christmas, like, that's what he wanted. But convinced my dad also has ADHD and just hasn't been diagnosed with it, because he very much is like, oh, I'm going to do this hobby, buys the stuff for it, and then doesn't do it.
Big big.
So, yeah. He also has an embroidery machine that I would love him to figure out how to use, because I want to make my own merch. But
we also have to remember to...
My Halcon blanket.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
fun story.
Favorite little story. So,
if you're out there listening, blanket man, we have your blanket.
Yeah, really. If somehow you know. If anybody listening, I guess I can't describe him. I don't know his name. I didn't get his name. I didn't even, like... Anyway, we were
He had
lined up...
salt and pepper hair. He was about 6 feet, carrying a brown and green side satchel bag.
I don't know if he worked with the con or if he was just there, but anyway. So we're standing in line once again at Zigzag to keep the line condensed.
It's very cold in the morning, because when we woke up it was 3 degrees.
It was very cold.
I think it was 5 by the time we got there.
Yeah, and so body paint plus a jacket was a no for me.
True.
So all I'm wearing is a tank top with a bralette over it, basically, with armor over top of it and nothing else. Kira at least had like like your Howl shirt and then the jacket over top.
It was quite warm. My fingers were the only thing that were cold.
Because you bought iced coffee.
I'm queer. What do you expect?
You could get warm coffee. It might help a little. Anyway, I had a tea, so that was keeping me warm. But anyway, so it was pretty cold. I won't lie. It was pretty cold. But it was nice because I was trying not to sweat, so it wasn't too bad. Anyway, so we're standing in line for a little while, and like it's starting to seep in a bit. And then all of a sudden, this blanket is just being handed to me, and I was like, "Excuse me?" And I look up, and he's like, this very kind gentleman is just like, "Oh, here, like take this, put this around your shoulders." And I was like, "Oh my god, like no, that's it's fine. Like the line's gonna be moving soon." He's like, "No, I literally just went to my car to get it for you. It's even a Halcon blanket. Like, please put this around your shoulders." And I was like, "Okay, thank you." So I did, and it was very nice, and it kept me much warmer while we waited in line for another like half hour.
Right.
And
This
then
is why we love like the convention community.
Love it.
Everyone helps everyone.
Thank you.
It's amazing. Thank you, sir.
So anyway, I I wore it in line, and he was like a few people in front of us. So I was like, "Oh, well, maybe I'll just catch him when we get inside."
He moved fast.
He moved fast. He poofed. He disappeared.
Like as soon as they like came out to like scan our tickets, gone.
Yeah, he was
Don't know
gone.
where he went.
And so like I carried it around for a little while, and I like tried to see if I could spot him to like let him know. I then put it in coat check, and I was like, "I'll just keep the number, and if I find him, I'll give him the number and to say, 'Here's your blanket.'" Still couldn't find him. We were there from like 8 in the morning to
12:30.
12:30 at night, because that's when the burlesque show ended. Like I left for an hour in between that. Other than that, we were like in the area the entire time and could not find him.
Nope.
So now I'm going to, I still have the blanket. I didn't want to like just leave it and have it thrown away.
Did you put a post out on?
I didn't. I should
do that before because we have a plan.
Yeah, my plan was if I don't find the gentleman, or if I do find him and he tells me to keep it, I'm going to put a little embroider in it. I don't know what I'm going to put. Maybe I'll put like the year and like what I was costuming. I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll figure it out.
I like the idea of it like just like putting in like the like you know like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Yeah, we're going to turn it into Sisterhood of the Traveling Blanket, because
Yeah.
I'm going to take it with me next year if I don't get it returned to this gentleman. I'm going to take it with me next year, and I'm going to do the same thing he did and hand it off to somebody who didn't think to wear their jacket or just decided not to, and
We should put like
pass
like
it forward.
yeah, like just like written like in it as like keep this with you until the next con and give it to
Pass it along.
Yeah.
Keep it with you to the next con and pass it along.
Yeah.
Bit of a rhyme. Doesn't really.
You know what? I like it though.
I thought it rhymed in my head. It didn't when I said it out loud.
No, it does technically rhyme. Keep it till the next con and pass it along.
Along. Yeah. Anyway, it works. It's fine.
I don't pronounce my G's, so
No.
it makes sense to me.
We're country bumpkins.
I grew up in redneck country.
What?
I grew up in redneck country. It's fine.
Oh, honey, let me tell you, I grew up very close to a school that they drove their lawn tractors to get to school.
Also accurate. I swear, like different ends of where we were, but like same vibe.
Very similar, same vibe, for sure.
How many times did you get stuck behind a tractor on school bus?
I don't want to talk about it. Actually, I wasn't specifically for me. It wasn't too bad because like I always lived close to the school.
Oh, you could walk.
So I was like one of the last ones picked up where I walked. But I had friends that were like 45-minute bus drives home, and many a times we got stuck behind tractors.
Same. I was like I want to say like second to last stop.
Oh my god. I was so lucky that I lived close enough to the schools that I didn't have to have a really long ass bus ride.
I know. It's bad in the morning because you gotta like sit there forever, and then like on the way home you gotta sit there forever. My bus driver was nice though, so I didn't care.
Well, that's good.
He was a friend of the family, so it was like whatever.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So great. Well, Kira, overall, if you had to rate your HalCon experience for this year, what would you have rated it?
I'm going to put it at 9.5.
You know, I'm thinking the exact same thing.
Because I had an amazing time. I need to remember maybe don't wear a wig next year because I had recently reshaved the sides of my head, and I know you probably can't tell, but I currently have wig burn.
Oh no.
So my head's a little spicy.
Yeah. That would suck.
And like that's like still recovering kind of thing. And like other than like that wasn't like the only factor, but like just because I always get a little overstimulated and I tried not to show it, and also I don't think you were really there for it much, but I had to lay down in a quiet room because
did you?
my back just really gave out on me.
Yeah.
And I don't really know why. I think it was the type of backpack I was wearing. It was like pressing up.
True.
So.
Yeah. Honestly, that harness that I got,
That was such a nice harness.
posture, amazing. But also,
Did you put that in your con haul picture?
I didn't because I had it on.
Oh.
So.
She bought the most lovely harness from this amazing person.
Oh my god, she was wonderful. I will definitely purchase more from her again.
I was like, should we like plug? No, let's plug her in the
descriptions. Or
yeah.
whatever.
Oh,
yeah.
because like you will love her stuff.
She
like,
she knew so much about, like, she told us all about corseting and how to do it properly, and she taught us about, like,
about corsets a lot.
harnesses and like how to even wear those properly, and like just the stuff that she
helped fit you into yours.
Yeah, it was
like,
awesome. Like, she was just so nice. She was all dressed up in a little elf outfit, and
right?
like, she was amazing.
It was amazing.
I hope she's back next year, and if not, I will still order from her anyway.
I'm thinking about, like, because they had like the dragon mail hand covers.
Yeah, they had like scale mail armor and stuff too. Like,
I was like
really
thinking
cool,
really hard about it.
They had some really cool shit.
I might order some.
We bonded over having too thick thighs for regular leather harnesses. So I was like, yeah, ma'am, I might have to commission you for some leg harnesses.
Yeah, because they're open for commissions, aren't they?
I think she said, yeah, they do custom work. So yeah. I might even camera wise too. Like, I've been wanting like a leather harness for camera. Because with weddings, when I have to carry two, and then maybe I won't drop it and break my fucking camera. Like it currently apparently is now.
Which I know you didn't drop it when we were out. Cause I'm going to plug Emily for a second. She was fabulous and did my cause test photos.
They were so much fun.
They were so much fun. And like, if y'all ever need someone to like hype you up and like make you feel so freaking comfortable, like, please like check out her and like just like order photos from her. I don't, because like I'm gonna be real for a second. I have never actually gotten any type of professional photo taken. I didn't get grad photos in high school or in college, and like I think the only time I've had like a photo of me like taken is like a family photo kind of thing, aside from like the like mandatory like school photos. So like this was like my first like actual like photo shoot, and like I am kind of skittish in front of cameras. Like with the like podcasts and stuff, I'm fine because like y'all can't see me, so I can be as dumb as I want, and y'all will never know.
You'll never know.
You'll never know. I could
know.
be doing so many weird things right now, and you would never know.
You're just gonna hear me laughing at her because she's doing weird shit right now. Even Coco's giving you a dumb look. She's like, "What are you doing?"
But yeah, no, Emily, 10 out of 10. Check out her photography.
Thanks.
Hire her.
See more snaps on everything, everywhere, except for Twitter, because photography on Twitter just doesn't make sense.
Fair.
But yeah. Okay. Well, thanks.
I got her blushing. Look, she's all red face over there right now.
I'm sorry if you just heard my chair creaking. I leaned on the arms too hard. Yeah, no, I dropped my camera the other day, and it was like enough of like a ooh moment when I dropped it that I was like, that's probably what it's from. So
I just like the visual of you in the burlesque show. She was photographing the burlesque show that we went to because she is friends with the
producer of the burlesque troupe that was running it. I've photographed a few of their shows now. I guess their default photographer, which is great. I love that they hire me. So,
but like, she told me the visual of what was happening as she was doing it. Every time she went to take a photo, the shutter wouldn't fully close, so she had to smack the camera. And like, of course, I'm not saying this because like she was like in front row, and like me and like the rest of the group were like kind of like back a couple seats, and so like I'm just like there, I'm enjoying the show.
I'm just up there whacking my camera.
And just the way you come up to us after everything's done and just like whisper like, I had to smack the camera.
Well, because I was so like low-key embarrassed because next to me in the two next seats were the official Halcon photographers who had their fancy ass cameras and like their super expensive equipment, and they're just sitting there click 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 click, and I'm like click smack click smack click smack click smack, because my shutter wasn't working I can't even get the lens off it, so I gotta take it in. And oh yeah,
Really? Is it that bad?
it's busted. So there's more money.
So that's why you should hire her so she can.
I can't take photos if my camera's broken. SOS Jekis. I'm gonna steal your camera to make money for a new one for myself. Oh god. Okay, well, HowCon overall 10.5 from the day rating. That's it. That's all we're talking about today, folks. We will catch you guys in 2 weeks for our next episode.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh no, my ear fell off.
Hey y'all, we just wanted to pop back in here at the end of the episode and thank you again for listening and let you know where you can find us.
You can find me, Kira, on all social platforms under the name Fish Antlers. I also have an online store. Maybe check it out. It's also called Fish Antlers.
And you can find me, Emily, on all social media platforms under Lil Halfling for my personal account, or see more snaps for some photography stuff that is mentioned in quite a few of our episodes. But it's fun to do.
For more Gremlins by Nature, we are on all socials at Gremlins by Nature. We'd love to hear from you guys, so tag us or hashtag the GBN pod or Gremlins by Nature and let us know what you want to hear us talk about.
Or if you have any additional stories or information on things we've already talked about, we want to hear about that too.
You can listen to our episodes every second Friday, anywhere you can listen to podcasts. And if you can't find us where you normally listen, let us know and we'll add ourselves there.
Thanks all. Bye.